If a shark stops swimming, it should sink. No lungs full of air, no swim bladder, just muscle, cartilage, and teeth. By the basic rules of physics, a shark should drop straight to the ocean floor like a stone. And yet, when you watch one in the wild, it doesn't look like it's fighting gravity at all. It glides, it hovers. Sometimes it barely moves. So the real question isn't why sharks are such good swimmers. It's why they don't sink. Water is heavy, seawater is denser than fresh water, and living inside it is a constant battle against gravity. Most fish solve this problem with a swim bladder, a gas-filled sac that works like a built-in balloon. Add gas and the fish rises, release gas and it sinks. Simple, efficient. But sharks never evolved one. They gave up the most common buoyancy tool in the ocean. And that decision should have doomed them. Instead, sharks found a stranger solution. Hidden inside a shark's body is an organ so oversized it almost looks like a mistake: the liver. In humans, the liver is small, compact, and mostly forgotten until it causes problems. In sharks, the liver is enormous. In some species, it can make up nearly a quarter of the animal's entire body weight. It stretches along the body cavity like a pale, soft mass, sometimes longer than the stomach and intestines combined. But its size isn't the real secret. What matters is what it's filled with. A shark's liver is packed with oil. Not ordinary fat, but a special low-density oil called squalene. This oil is lighter than seawater. That single fact changes everything. When an animal fills a massive internal organ with something less dense than the surrounding water, it creates buoyancy without using air. It's like wearing a life jacket on the inside. Because squalene is lighter than water, it counteracts the weight of the shark's muscles, cartilage skeleton, and teeth. The liver doesn't make sharks perfectly buoyant, but it reduces how fast they sink, turning constant swimming from exhausting into sustainable. Sharks don't float like balloons. They glide like aircraft, using forward motion and lift from their fins, with the liver quietly doing the background work. This oil-based system has a huge advantage over gas. Gas compresses under pressure. The deeper you go, the smaller a swim bladder becomes, and the less buoyancy it provides. That's why many fish struggle with rapid depth changes, but oil doesn't compress the same way. A shark can dive hundreds or even thousands of meters and still keep its buoyancy system working. The liver doesn't collapse, it doesn't shrink, it just keeps floating. That's one reason sharks can dominate so many layers of the ocean. From shallow coral reefs to the dark open sea, their buoyancy doesn't betray them. Depth doesn't steal their balance. Pressure doesn't crush their advantage. Not all sharks use this system the same way. Fast, powerful swimmers like great white sharks are still slightly heavier than water. If they completely stop moving, they will sink. But their massive oily livers slow that descent, giving them time to glide, turn, or strike. Deep-sea sharks take this idea even further. Some species have livers so rich in oil that they can hover in place with almost no movement. In the darkness, they drift silently, waiting for prey, spending almost no energy at all. And the liver isn't just about floating. That oil stores energy. Squalene is a dense fuel source, allowing sharks to survive long periods without eating. In the open ocean, where meals are unpredictable, this is life-saving. The liver becomes a combined flotation device, fuel tank, and metabolic control center, all in one organ. Evolution loves efficiency, even when it looks strange. A massive liver takes up space. It limits how much muscle can fit inside the body. It forces sharks to rely on swimming rather than perfect neutral buoyancy. But it works. It works so well that sharks barely changed for over 400 million years. Long before dinosaurs walked on land, sharks were already gliding through ancient seas, floating on oil. Humans eventually noticed. For centuries, shark livers were harvested for their oil. Squalene burned cleanly in lamps and stayed liquid in cold temperatures. Later, it became valuable in cosmetics, medicine, and vaccines. Entire shark populations collapsed because humans discovered that the same oil keeping sharks afloat was valuable to us. We didn't fear sharks for their teeth. We hunted them for what made them float. So why doesn't a shark sink? Because inside its body is a massive organ filled with oil lighter than the ocean itself. No gas, no bubbles, no fragile bladders, just chemistry and physics quietly working together. When you see a shark moving effortlessly through the water, you're not just watching muscle and speed. You're watching an organ do its job perfectly, keeping one of the ocean's oldest predators suspended between sinking and soaring. And maybe that's the most unsettling part. Sharks aren't terrifying because they're violent. They read terrifying because they solved a problem nature never meant them to solve and made it look effortless.